From the depths of rot and decay they rise. The Death Guard marches under sickened skies. With boils and blight, they spread the pain. In Nurgle's name, disease will reign. Votann ruin, pestilence flows. With every breath the plague wind blows. Embrace the rot, let flesh decay. The Death Guard comes, none can stay. From the depths of rot and decay they rise. The Death Guard marches under sickened skies. With boils and blight, they spread the pain. In Nurgle's name, disease will reign. Rot and ruin, pestilence flows. With every breath the plague wind blows. Embrace the rot, let flesh decay. The Death Guard comes, none can stay. Armored and filled with rusted blades, they laugh as cities wilt and fade. Where they tread, no life remains, just hollow corpses, plague remains. Beneath the helm, the cursed grin, for in death they shall begin. Rot and ruin, pestilence flows. With every breath the plague wind blows. Embrace the rot, let flesh decay. The Death Guard comes, none can stay. Beneath the warp the souls are bound, to spread decay, to break the ground. Nurgle's gifts a putrid stain, a future where only disease remains. Rot and ruin, pestilence flows. With every breath the plague wind blows. Embrace the rot, let flesh decay. The Death Guard comes, none can stay. The rot spreads, there's no escape. The Death Guard seals your fate.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Disgustingly Resilient podcast. I am your host Aiden and I am back. I apologise, I've been away for a week, things to attend to unfortunately, which has unfortunately got in the way at the worst time due to obviously being a certain thing that has happened this week for the game. But I am back, I apologise for my absence and I am here to spread the good word of Nurgle with you all again. For those who may be checking out the channel for the first time, hi, how you doing? I'm Aiden. And welcome to the Disgustingly Resilient podcast. We are a Death Guard focused YouTube competitive channel. Basically all about Death Guard. That is what we do. And we kind of, we approach it from different skill levels and different avenues. I am probably the most competitive out of the three hosts. I am currently rank 1 Death Guard player. And basically, we aim to help people learn to play Death Guard and sort of talk all things Death Guard. So for people who may be new, welcome to the channel. If you do enjoy your stay here, please feel free to leave a like and a subscribe. And hello to our wonderful Plague Marine members in the chat. For those who don't know, our Plague Marine members are the members that give us support for our channel. It is £3 a month to support the channel, less than a coffee these days, and becoming a member gets you access to our Discord, gets access to our giveaways, which I'm going to do first before we get into that. So we're going to put the giveaways up first, before we get into all the juicy information And yeah, it's a really cool Discord server. We have a really cool community, and it's always nice to see the same faces in chat, and also new faces as well. So it's good to see you all. So hello, how is everybody in the chat doing? It's good to see you guys. I have been obviously a little bit away. I haven't not done any hobby at all. I have had. I actually went out and bought a Demon Prince, a foot Demon Prince, which I know is ironic given he's one of the worst units we have at the moment. But the Emperor's Children Codex. Made theirs have a big glow up, so I was kind of excited the potential that ours gets one. And if you haven't actually got the new Demon Prince kit, it's really cool. It's really cool. All the little Nurgle symbols and the Nurgle head. So I'm super glad I went out and got one, and it was really fun to build. And it genuinely just reinforced my love for Chaos in 40k. Not just even Death Guard, but just generic Chaos. It really made me realize yeah, I should probably just stick to playing Chaos factions. But yeah, it's good to see everyone in the chat. Nice to see you too, Matt. How are you doing? And hello, Mr. Tail. Hello, Robert. Hello, everybody in the chat. So, yes, announcements before we go away. So, there is a few announcements. So, let me get this first one here, in case people don't know, because we may not part of the Discord. We go to the Discord. We go to our announcements. Not that one. We go to here. Boop, there. We go to announcements. Look at this. Dice. We have dice. They are pretty much ready. They will be on the Baron of Dice webpage within the next week or so, hopefully. These are Disgustingly Resilient Podcast dice. They will be called Diseased Ghosts, I believe. They've took the little spooky skulls as ghosts. But we are having our dice like a minty green colour with a brass inlay. They're very easy to read. Wasn't exactly the green I was thinking in my head, but when they came out, I was actually kind of happy. I was like, okay, you know what? They're really easy to read. They're really clear, and I would rather have clear, readable dice than we've all seen green and brass nerdable dice before. So I think these are a bit cooler, quite a nice and unique thing. So these will be coming out in the big tins from the Baron of Dice. So keep your eyes open and peeled on that website if you're interested. And the cool thing is, we have done dice before. They were a limited run. We basically had to buy them ourselves and then send them off to people who wanted them. But Baron of Dice have given us the opportunity to put them on their own website. So they will manufacture, they will ship, and basically that means there is an unlimited amount. If you wanted to go out and buy 500 for yourself, you can do that. But obviously, please be financially responsible with your dice purchases. I'm a dice goblin. We all do dice things. But yeah, these are coming out very cool, and that's so super happy they're coming packed to 25. And these will be soon available. So that's a cool first announcement. Second announcement, giveaways. So after this stream ends, on the Discord will be a few giveaways going up. The first one is what we always do, which is a £25 or your country's equivalent value of Warhammer vouchers. So you can win those. They're just dead easy, dead easy e-voucher. You go buy something off the Warhammer shop, get yourself a new Plague Surgeon, get yourself maybe to put it towards a nice new Demon Prince. So these are for our Plague Marine members to enter. So if you want to become a Plague Marine, consider become joining. Any of our Plague Marines can enter the giveaway though. So that is the first giveaway. The second giveaway is we have a Emperor's Children limited edition codex from the army set. That has the code unused, fully unread, basically brand new. One of them is going to be given away as well to celebrate Chaos coming out. We're going to be giving away one of every codex coming out, just to celebrate Chaos players in general, because we love Chaos here. So yeah, that is also going to be up for giveaway as well. So there's two little giveaways there, and we're going to have another one announced shortly, probably in the next stream. So 2 giveaways coming up. Get yourself involved and get yourself on there. Check the Discord after the stream. I will put them up. Righty. Oh god, okay, catching up, sorry. So much things to catch up, it's been a very busy week. Anton D, are Demon Princes any good? Currently, no, they're garbage. However, they were garbage for CSM ones, and then Emperor's Children Codex really glowed up theirs. They got a really good buff, and it's really good now. So I'm hoping their track record, the trend carries on, and we get an awesome Demon Prince upgrade for ourselves as well. So I'm a collector anyway, so worst case scenario, I have a Demon Prince, which is cool. But as of right now, Anton, they're not very good, but I'm hoping they will be good. We've got Wimiak. Lads, is it allowed to use resin models in UK tournaments? Totally depends on which one you're going to, but the main thing to say is that if it's a good resin model, people will probably not be able to tell the difference. And most people don't really need to care too much in general. So don't worry about that. Thank you very much, Liz Chicken, for the gifted membership. Super appreciate that. So Mr. Smilewick, congrats on your gifted membership. Check out, if you become a member, I know you've been gifted one. check out our YouTube channel homepage. Go to our posts tab, scroll down, you'll find a link to join the Discord if you are a Plague Marine member. Get yourself in there, get yourself involved in these giveaways just announced, all that kind of good stuff. So, Anthony, do you know when the Codex for Death Guard releases? No, I mean, I know the time frame from what the roadmap GW has showed us, which is World Eaters is next, and we're supposed to be after World Eaters, but I know genuinely as much as you guys do. I am not a GW affiliate link, things like that. I am just a guy on YouTube with a growing platform, but I am not a GW playtester rep, anything like that. So unfortunately, I do not. I only know the rough timescale, which is World Eaters next, and we're supposed to be after them. That's unfortunately all I know. So yeah, it's been a busy week. We've had obviously the balanced data slate has dropped. I know Dave did a little stream on that one, but I thought I'd do a stream myself, so I'll give you my opinions on things that have changed. Now, I don't really know where to start on this one because there's going to be a lot of things that has happened that have changed. Nurgle Cultists, can we use the out-of-production Nurgle Demon Prince for current rules for Demon Prince? Yes, you can, because they are roughly the same size. I have the old Demon Prince, the proper Nurgle one, but I've put Plague Drone wings on mine, so he's my winged Demon Prince, so I wanted to get a foot Demon Prince. But yes, I've never had an issue running him ever, so you'll be fine with that. So I don't really know where to start. I mean, obviously, we have the actual balanced data slate itself, so we'll have a quick brief thing through here. Okay, so first thing, slight disappointment that there was no change to certain armies and how their stratagems are their command points in general are being generated. So as Death Guard, in general, we have 10 command points. We have one at the start of each battle round. Sometimes you bring a Taliban and he gets you the extra one here or there. Par that, you're basically discarding cards to get CP. We don't have 3 stratagems, par like the odd grenade if you brought about Street Fire, but it's not like the other 3 strats, so it's use anything, it's free or 1 less cost anyway. There are armies in the game at the moment which can get 30 command points in a game. And if you have played a game where you have 10 command points, your opponent has 30, it feels very oppressive. And I was really hoping they would put something in that would stop that. I mean, it's Ultramarines, let's be honest, let's just name it what it is. Ultramarines doing 30 command points. It's very frustrating, it's very unfun to play against a guy who just goes, strats, and you can't do jack shit about it. And you have to be like, oh, really, you're there like, do I really want to use this stratagem for -1 to hit? Is it really, really important? I've got to think, and they're just like, AOC, smoke, Overwatch, just throwing them out because, again, they have 30 CP. So I was a bit disappointed not to see that here. And it's not going to be all negative, don't worry, there's some good things as well. But, you know, it is what it is. Sisters of Battle getting their Miracle Dice returned. I don't like Miracle Dice in general. I think it's a bit of a stupid mechanic. I think dice rolls are important. But they were overly nerfed last time, so they definitely need some help. And, you know, Miracle Dice is the one thing I didn't really want to see come back. I'd rather them, like, you know, just fix the army a different way. But again, with still the nerf strats and the nerf detachment, it might actually be that bad. So, you know, fair enough, they needed something. So totally fine with this happening, totally fine with that. Nothing else here. Azerman got nerfed, thank God. Anti-infantry 3-up and dev wounds is now gone to anti-infantry 5-up. This is actually pretty big because Azerman just one-tapping an entire unit of Death Shroud felt kind of bad. Now he just needs a bit more luck to do that, but it's still quite scary. So, but it is a nerf to Azerman, so it's slight gains for us as Death Guard because like Death Shroud were like the ideal perfect target for him to kill. So now being able to like not have to worry about that is pretty nice. Bridgehead. My God, Bridgehead got taken out back and absolutely like shotgunned in the face. It got old yellowed. So this is obviously good. Bridgehead was. I will explain how in the world did you get 30 CP. I will go with that, buddy. Give me a second on that one. So Bridgehead got changed from +1 to wound on the drop to +1 to hit. I am okay with this change. I feel a bit bad because the more I played against Bridgehead, I'm starting to figure it out a bit more. I'm starting to figure out how to beat it. It still felt bad, and I still don't think models should be doing that much damage for the cost. However, because I don't like +1 to wound. Anything like +1 to wound and reroll wounds given out so easily kind of annoys me because we're an army that has higher toughness than normal, and I feel like toughness as a value, it has so many ways to get around it, with rerolls, +1 to wound, all this kind of thing. And I think it really degrades the value of something having a high toughness, and I don't want that to be eroded because obviously that's just directly bad for Death Guard. But This is a good change. Gone to +1 to hit there. The firing hot stratagem also got nerfed, but then there was other things on top of that. The Krieg combat engineers got nerfed. I'm glad. It should always be visible. You shouldn't be able to do mortal wounds for 3 out of line of sight. It should always be required visible. So happy with that, really. It did get taken out back and gutted quite a bit, though, because it got points changes on top of this. So maybe a bit too harsh, but I will say Bridgehead was definitely a bad feeling detachment. It can lead to really, like, if you don't know what you're doing against Bridgehead, it can really feel like you just sat there and going, what the hell could I have done? Like, that was the most miserable game of my life. And after a few games, you might start to figure it out, but a lot of people won't. And I can totally understand why they wanted to get this nuked from the game, because it was really, really feels bad. But, you know, maybe it was a bit harsh. And it's definitely, oh God, Sam, are you at my door? So Sam, who's dropping off some of the giveaway stuff, has said that he will be calling round just very quickly. So I will have to run to the front door in a second. To just answer that. Sam, are you actually at the door? Or are you not at the door yet? I'm scared. This is like a man at my door now. Yeah, okay, he's coming. Right, 2 seconds, guys. Let me just go quickly answer the door. 1 second. Put in the chat 1, 2, Sam's quick for you. 3, 4, he's at your door. Until I'm on stream. I don't know what's in it. Okay. Let me put light on. Okay. Okay, chat. Sam has he's given me this box and he said don't flip it over until you're on stream. So I don't know what it says. Let's find out or anything. What does it say? Thanks, Sam. It's totally not sex toys. Thanks, Sam. Yeah, we're going to go with that. You dick. Thank you so much, Mr. Sam. So that is the Emperor's Children Codex and whatnot there. Oh, no. Let me get the light back off. Sorry about running away there, guys. That was quite funny. Love you, Sam. We do a bit of comedy on this channel, don't we? So yeah, I've lost where I was now completely. Okay, that was good. That was good. Okay, we calm. Right, so yeah, Bridgehead getting taken out by plot twist. Dun dun dun. So yeah, Bridgehead getting nerfed pretty bad. So for the person asking how 30 CP is possible, basically it's a combination of Calgar always giving them a CP at the start of the battle round, so there's 15 because you get 5 at the start of their command phase. Their captains can use a 3 stratagem once per turn. Per battle round, sorry, so there's another 5 for 3. And then Guilliman has a different named ability that lets you use a 3 stratagem per player turn, so he gives you 10 3 CP. So 10 plus 5 plus 5 plus 10 is 30 CP. It's ridiculous. It's so stupid. That was funny as well, plot twist. Building stream. You know, I could have built some Noise Marines on stream and hang out with guys, that's fine. I'd be cool with that. So, let's then have a look. So, we're going to talk about Chaos Demons, because Chaos Demons is an interesting one. I genuinely... So, I mean, like, Slaanesh has just been taken out back again and Old Yelled, so sorry, Slaanesh. But, Demons, the longest going rumour was that Demons were going to get shit-canned. Now, I believe this rumour, and I think that was the goal. My personal belief is that, basically, after the kickback GW got for the Deathwatch Index... They brought Deathwatch back. Now, if you think about it, Demons have a larger player base than Deathwatch, 100%. So if the kickback was big enough for them to realise that scrapping Deathwatch was a bad idea, I think the same's happened with demons. I think GW have gone, oh, maybe we actually shouldn't kill demons. So I don't think demons are going to get a Codex's edition, but they've put the effort in to revamp their index, and they've updated a lot of the profiles, which we're going to talk about, because we can obviously take allies at the moment from the Nurgle demons, which is quite important. And I think that demons are actually going to be here to stay, and they'll probably get a Codex next edition, because GW have sort of 180'd on that decision and come back around, which I'm super happy for. I really hope that's the case, because demon players, you 100% deserve to have an army. They're very important to 40k, and I really want the player. I never want to see a player be told his army can't be played. Even for the armies I hate, I don't like knights. I think they're stupid. I don't think you should have an entire army of knights. However, if someone was to come and tell me, oh, well, should I get rid of knights? I'd be like, hell no. Like, people have bought those armies, people have played those armies, people love those armies. I have no right to say that army doesn't belong in a game, because someone could say it about Death Guard, and that would kill me. So, super happy about that. Are you familiar with Crusades? What units would you... So, I don't really play Crusade. When the Codex comes out, I might have a look at Crusade for the fun. Dave, who does the channel with us, Dave is actually playing in a Crusade League at the moment. So next time he's on, maybe we can talk about Crusade a little bit, because some people might be interested in it. I'm personally, like I said, I'm the really competitive one, so Crusade's not really something I check out too much. But I will obviously when the Codex comes out, because that's part of the Codex, and I want to cover all aspects of the Codex. So yeah, well, we'll look at demons, but one thing for main right now is that Legion of Excess genuinely got taken out back and just shot. So that's not really going to be a factor in the meta anymore. So if we're making our lists... this is a big buff for Plague Storm, because Plague Storm didn't like getting obviously touched by all these like Keepers of Secrets and Fiends that could easily give fights first to tanks, because you're not worried about a tank fighting first, and then getting full rolls to hit and wounds. That's now just not going to be an issue. I missed some fat guys, but apologies. Let me go back up. Quack, Dataslate 1 week out from the South Coast GT. Thanks you to it. Yeah, mate, tell me about it. I hope you prepped for Orks. And Raging Horn. Oh, thank you for being a member for 8 months as well, Quack. Really appreciate it. And Raging Horn for the 1 gifted membership there. Thank you so much, mate. I really, really appreciate the support. It really helps keep the lights on. Keeps us doing what we do on this channel, so I really appreciate the support. Thank you so much. I didn't forget about you. The door knock put me off. Damn you, Sam, and your sex toys. So I think, Digger, yeah, I think that the rules that we've seen, because what happened is we saw the Slaanesh datasheets changing the Emperor's Children Codex first, and then the index came out for the demons, and all of the changes that were in the Codex are reflected on the now the Slaanesh demons. So I think the new Nurgle demons stat lines and stuff we see in the index are going to be the ones that we get to play with in the Codex, which is really cool and really exciting to think about, because I tell you what, there's some fantastic changes in that. I'm super excited. There's one thing that's kind of like a bit of a bummer, but it doesn't really affect me as much as other people would. So again, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Part of that, I think that was all of the army changes. Little thing here where you need to require visibility, which is very important. GW, please tighten up your abilities that require line of sight. Very little things should be able to do from free. Oh, Leagues of Votann. They gave them a semi-functional army rule, but then took some power away from Oathband, which kind of feels bad. They're basically trying to make the other detachment kind of work, but it is what it is. Oaths. Bloodless Angels is dead. Thank Christ. That was stupid. It should never have been a thing. I'm really happy that he's gone. It's just stupid. So glad. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Bloodless Angels. Do not shed a single tear for this. I really do not care for that. Glad that's gone. Stormlance, random nerf, not really sure why. Did a small nerf to a guy. Euroventress, here not being able to pick up an uppy downy Centurions is an interesting nerf. Obviously that was very good in Vanguard Marines, which were obviously quite a nasty matchup. But at the same time, like, it wasn't like on the top of list. Again, we got 30 CP running around. But the thing you want to nerf is the Centurion brick. Sure thing, I guess. Alright. Part of that, I think that was all of the changes. Yeah, so that's pretty much all of the changes to the actual balance data slate. So not much changed. But what has also happened is let's have a quick look at points, and then we'll have a look at the demons, and then we're going to address the elephant in the room, aka the green thing in the room, which is not a Death Guard. It's called an Ork. So we are looking for Munitorum Field Manual. Where are you? Let me turn it off. I am blind, boys. Help me out. There we go. Okay, so I'm not going to go through every single army. They're not going to do that. No chance in hell. Boo, yay, boo, yay, boo, yay, boo. I'm going for the armies that we care about. So, I mean, Eldar copped a nerf on points as well. Fair enough. They didn't get super nerfed. How Yunari dodged anything is is beyond me. So I don't know. Ynnari has in every instance, every iteration, whenever they've had a rule that made them do stuff in their opponent's turn, be absolutely broken. For people those who maybe are new to Warhammer, there was a phase when Ynnari first came out where they could basically, if you killed one of their units could just activate, shoot you, charge you, do what it wanted. And guess what? It was broken as hell. And now they can move whenever you kill a unit. And guess what? It's kind of broken as hell. So, yeah, I want Ynnari to get fixed. But these points updates are, nice. Fire Dragons probably needed to get a little bit more expensive. Dire Avengers is a bit random. Don't get that one. Dark Reapers, sure. Wave Serpent, yeah, it's a really, really good transport. Striking Scorpion, shit, like, these are fine. It doesn't kill the army. Just maybe gives them one less unit, which is, cool with me. That's fine. Fuck Ynnari. Guard got nerfs to like the Scions got nerfed. All these units are being taken by Bridgehead. It's the triple tap nerf. Bang bang bang. Bye bye Bridgehead. GW strikes again, which is really funny because some factions, it makes me laugh. Some factions GW are like, okay, we're gonna like nerf the points. Let's see if that fixes them. No, it's not nerfed. Okay, next balance Dataslate. Let's nerf the rules. Let's see if that fixes them. Oh no, that's not worked. Let's nerf it a little bit more on both points and thingies. Okay, now they're at a good point. Okay, and then some armies are just like, oh, you're doing well, yeah? Bat kneecap, and they just go triple nerf. So Bridgehead dead. But again, Ynnari fine. Bridgehead dead. Ynnari fine. Reasons. Demons. So demons. We'll have a look at these ones. So we are going to see a big jump up in Great Unclean One, 20 points up, and Rotigus also 20 points up to 250. This is a little sad in a way because it means you can't run the Smash Bros together. Because you need to bring Nurglings for them, so that's the full 500 points there, which is a little sad. Because I really wanted to run them together, but you can't. But they're up 20 points, and it's definitely probably worth the buffs they got. Nurglings are down 5 points, which is interesting. But again, when we look at the changes that happen to their rules, you kind of understand why. Now, if you were just using Nurglings to basically be like infiltrate and stopping scouts, stuff like that, then yeah, 5 points cheaper, buzzing, happy. Again, we'll get to that more when we get to the actual rules change, but cheaper Nurglings is pretty good. Everything else has stayed the same, which is brilliant for us. And Rotigus and Great Unclean One did go up, which is obviously not great, but when we look at their rules, we'll understand that that's actually okay. We'll find that. Let's get to the boys. Chaos Knights, only the big things came down. If you want to take a Knight Despoiler, that's actually kind of interesting. Knight Despoiler and Death Guard was pretty interesting at 415 with the double Rapid Fire Battle Cannon or the double Avenge Gatling Cannon. Obviously, it's not the best unit. It's more of a fun unit, but that thing getting even cheaper is, pretty cool. 15 points off that, it's even more cool for a little casual fun bit of unit. You don't need to get... Yeah, I can get a bit closer. Apologies. There you go. Sorry, I'm obviously looking at my big screen. You guys only have this here. Yeah, don't worry, Dark. Yeah, we're gonna go through the full rules changes for Nurgle Demon. So if I missed anything there, we're gonna catch it all. Don't you worry. So that's pretty cool. Tyrants, interesting. I don't think you still run a tyrant, but Sam will probably kill me for saying that. He really loves tyrants, but again, cheaper stuff. But none of the war dogs got changed, which is totally fair. Let's get to Death Guard. Where are we at? There we go. So, my bad. Sorry. Maybe it's my bad. Maybe it's not. Predator Destructors and Annihilators both went up in points. The Destructor I kind of get. 140 points is still good. I don't think it's like a deal breaker. I still think you like Predator Destructor. It's still really, really good for us because of the rule synergies that we have with it. I probably thought it was fine at 130. I don't think it needed to go up. But again, if it went up 10 points, this is the least surprising thing. So I'm okay with that. The Annihilator, though, I genuinely felt could have stayed at 130. The Annihilator is like already kind of niche. I don't really think that this thing needed to go up 5 points. Maybe they've done it for just consistency, but I thought the Annihilator was fine at 130, and I could see the Destructor going up. Didn't think the Annihilator needed to go up, but again, it is what it is. And the Mythic Blight Halls, 5 points drop on those things. They're still not a bloat drone, which means that, yeah, I think that's what it was, Chuck. I think they were just trying to make everything sort of be the same, depending on no matter what army it's in, which is fair enough. I just wish the Annihilator stayed at 130 and the Destructors went to 140. But it is what it is. Haulers getting cheaper by 5 points. Okay, so if you're already running Haulers, like in Flyblown Host, you just got 5 to 10 to 15 points free. Cool, excellent. Haulers are just, we've talked about this. Haulers are not exactly reliable anti-tank. They are, however, a multi-melter and a rocket launcher strapped to a fairly damn durable hull for its points. So these things going down, again, the brilliant skirmishing units, the brilliant scoring, the brilliant trading units. So, like, having these things go even cheaper when they were kind of already absurd is, even better. It's not, like, insanely cheaper. It's only 5 points a thing, but now, if you were making a list and you were 5 points off fitting a bloat drone in, now you can show them effect blight hauler in. And that 5 points to play around could actually make you the difference between like bringing a certain character, like maybe you wanted a 50-point character, but you're having to bring a 45-point one. So you maybe look at a bloat drone, drop it to a hauler, put the character in. And there'll be some times when you had 1990 points lists and you could, like, 10 points for a drone in was basically useless, but you put it in because I'd seen a million lists with a drone in, not because it was good, but because we had 10 points left. Whereas now if you're running a hauler, cool, you can take deadly pathogen. So small gain, nothing crazy, but to see these little already dirt cheap demon engines get even cheaper, if you were running them, enjoy. Not gonna complain. But in terms of like points, again, we've changed very little. I was expecting no changes because how close we are to our book, but this is fine. Destructor's fine. It obviously screws over my Plague Storm list because I'm now 30 points over. I'm going to have to find them 30 points somewhere. We'll talk about that when I got to think about it a little bit more as well to sort of like figure out, can it work, can it not? The list isn't dead by any means. It's just I don't want to drop a scoring piece, so it depends where do we pull them points back from. So we'll have to see. And maybe, like, again, maybe we swap a bloat drone down to, like, a hall. Maybe we swap a cultist to a Nurgling. There's 20 points. We can find 10 more now. So there's decisions like that we got to figure out. So still sort of messing around. And they are very monetarily cheap. Yes, they are very monetarily cheap hauls. So if you're getting into the game and you want some really nice, cheap skirmishing trading units that are also, like, pretty cheap on the wallet, hauls are great. Hauls are great. Just run, like, 2 units of 1. And just start running around, scoring secondaries, trading little things. They're great little things. They're great little things. And they're fun to paint as well. Just a quick hobby note, though. If you do buy Mythic Blight Hauler, they're labelled as easy to build, which means they should push together with pegs. This is a lie. Those pegs do not fit smooth. Your hauler will never build correctly. Please, cut the pegs off. Use plastic glue. Do not suffer like I did the first time. This is your public service announcement. Yeah, PSA. Please, save yourself the pain. Oh, no, you had game cancelling. That's unfortunate, Grey. Hopefully, it wasn't for any bad reason. Hopefully, it was just unlucky. Anton D, what is the best character loadout for the Plague Rings in Rhino delivering them to an objective marker? So, currently, people would be like, Foul Blight Spawn, Biology Putrefire. Biology Putrefire is 100% the best character. Always have a BioP. Foul Blight Spawn is optional based on meta. If you have a melee meta, then take the Foul Blight Spawn. But, honestly, get a Biology Putrefire 100% guaranteed. There, it's usually Foul Blight Spawn. Chaos Lord Claude is pretty good as well. But always make sure you got a Biology Putrefire. 3 units of Freedom Effect Blight Haulers. Yep, see, you made the mistake with the pegs. No, Cultist, despite what is in the contents of that box behind, I do not like pegging. Yeah, it looks like you're trying to build a model, quite literally. Peggy coming to save us. I've got everyone's Clippy sorry, not Peggy. Fucking hell, Peggy. Jesus Christ. Look what you're doing to me, guys. Stop it. I've got Peggy on the mind. So let's close. Right. So let's go have a look then at the new and improved Chaos Demons. The new detachment for... Not detachment. The new models that we can take. So let's have a look down to the old Nurgling. We don't want to look at the index rules. That's fine. Let's go look. So the Fade Bloat Drone, Anton, in general is better than a Mythic Blight Haul. The weapons for it kind of just do a bit better job. I like the Blight Launchers. I like the Plague Spit, I like the Flesh Mower. I like the Plague Spit is the best because you have the Overwatch threat. The Fly is helpful so you don't get move blocked. And the Fallback Shooting Charge is in general a really good rule to have. But they both serve a similar purpose, which is an early game scoring/trading unit and harassing unit, which can be done by either. It's just that most other skirmish units in the game are like 5-man infantry squads, and you want a weapon that's going to duel with those and tango with them. So having somewhat like the 2 Plague Flamers is really good, whereas compared to something like the multi-melter, which you don't really need to kill like a scout model or like a striking scorpion, for example. Right, Rotigus. Rotigus is the first... I'm just going to... 1 second. Alright, man, I got a bit of a runny nose. It's doing made him. 1 second. Honestly, look like a bloody crack addict then. Look at someone else. Right. So Rotigus has basically been given quite a bit of an upgrade. So Rotigus, for the 20 points cost that he's gone up, has been given a 6-up Feel No Pain base, which is really nice. He didn't have a Feel No Pain before, and I feel like every Great Unclean should have a Feel No Pain again. The chair stream was here for 5 seconds, Warbane. So having that is really nice for the extra bit of durability. So do like that. Now, also, he has been an extension on his range for his Virulent Blessing. That's minor, neither here nor there. We usually just took him as the solo thing. So if he was in combat with someone, he was doing it on them anyway. So, but if you need the range for some reason, it's there. Deluge of Nurgle got changed, so it got nerf buffed. It got nerf buffed. So it used to have the movement and OC. Now it subtracts 2 from movement and 1 from OC. But here's the main thing: it's not capped at 1 on the OC. Which means that if Rotigus walks within 6 inches of an OC1 unit, that unit is now OC0. And they will remain OC0. So if Rotigus is on an objective, and you get charged by 60 OC1 models, and you live, you hold that, because they're all OC0. OC is one of the stats that can be reduced to 0. The reason it doesn't work with our contagion is because our contagion states to a minimum of 1. Now, here's the fun thing. Because of how it works, you can have your Rotigus, and if you do take that contagion for some reason, you can reduce an opponent's OC down to 1, and then use Rotigus' ability to reduce that OC then down to 0. So OC2 can go to OC0, which is pretty goddamn funny. So Rotigus' job of basically saying that I hold this objective while I'm sat on it is kind of better, kind of worse. So it's worse versus like tanks, because dropping like a tank to OC2 from OC4 is obviously not, is obviously better. But I actually think that this is probably better in the long run, because dropping things from OC1 to OC0 is pretty damn good, which is quite good to see. So I'm happy with that. So Rotigus in general, quite a nice buff. Now that's not the only thing he got buffed. So he is weapon as well, strength 10 up from strength 8. So now we've got strength 10 weapon, which is good given that we have -1 toughness aura. So now you're going to make, basically, he's going to be wounding toughness 10 vehicles on 3s, because you're going to drop them to T9 and smack them with that. Whereas before you were wounding them on 5s, even with -1 toughness, because it goes to T9, you're still strength 8. So this is really, really, really good. Also, making the sweep is still really good. 14 at 8 on 1. But again, it's all +1 damage, because you're obviously going to use the ability every time. So it's really damage 4, damage 2. So it's really good. Rotigus has just got really good. I might go pick up a Rotigus. Now, he's obviously still terrain dependent. He's still a really fat boy, and he's still quite slow. But at T12, with now a built-in Feel No Pain, plus the ability to drop OC to 0, and the much better strike melee profile, where you can actually threaten vehicles not to get tied up by a Rhino all game or something like that. Yeah, Rotigus got quite the buff. So, again, Rotigus buzzing, happy. Worth the 20 points. Great Unclean One, the OG fat bastard. So, he got his 6-up Feel No Pain aura taken off him. Yes, you do need to still have something there to basically give the -1 toughness aura. Speaking of which, the Great Unclean One, however, does not. The Great Unclean One has lost his aura of 6-up Feel No Pain, so he no longer gives Feel No Pain to nearby things. However, he did retain it for himself, so he's, again, 20 wounds, 6-up Feel No Pain. Cool, T12. However, his aura got replaced with a +1 toughness aura. This means that this guy, because you benefit from your own aura, is actually toughness 13. And that's a big breakpoint. Toughness 12 gets me my las cannons stuff on 4s. Lots of melee in the game, like even the lances of like War Dogs wounds you on 4s. The melee of the Slaughter Claw wounds you on 4s. Now, this is all going to put you to basically, you can put them to 5s to wound. So it's basically effectively -1 to wound. T13, if you have never played against a monolith, it's a pain in the ass. Like, honestly, T13 is such a big breakpoint. So, really cool, really good breakpoint. Not to mention, he still has the ability to subtract 1 from toughness, and that now, combined with his new strength 10, because he got the strength 10 as well, and his sword, got D6 +1 damage, so you're at least going to get minimum 2. So D6 was really unreliable. I still would rather this be like D6 plus like 2 or something, or like anything better than this, just like a flat 4 like Mortarion. But it's weird that he still has more attacks than Mortarion. It's so depressing. But again, It's much better. It's a much better profile. So, I mean, you obviously bring Rotigus and him in a big one. You can bring Great Unclean One into the Death Guard army, Anton. So you can bring 500 points of Nurgle demons, Nurgle only, with your Death Guard army as an ally under the rules for I think it's packs of chaos or like something like that at the top of this index. So you can bring a Great Unclean One with your Death Guard. They are an ally, which is really cool. And so yeah, you can bring this guy along. So if you wanted a toughness 13 smacky model, he's pretty good, and he's also OC5, which is pretty good as well. And he's going to be giving out -1 toughness, which does stack with our -1 toughness aura. So reality is -2 to whatever he points at. So he can actually make a toughness 11 model go to strength to toughness 9, and then batter it with his new strength 10. So really good melee improvement. And then the toughness aura increase is actually interesting because if you could get a Rotigus, you'd have two T13 bros, which would be really funny. Unfortunately, we can't due to you needing a battle line unit, which is big sad, but oh well. Very quickly, Christopher Light Strongway. Gotta try, but I think Rotigus is beast mode. I agree. I think Rotigus is like, if you can put Rotigus on terrain, I think he's gonna be really, really good. He's obviously still swingy with 4 up invulnerable, but he's got a lot of wounds, and the 6 up feeling pain helps even more on the durability front. But I'm excited to give Rotigus another go, definitely for sure. Quack, £5 super chat. Thank you so much. Your first super chat as well. Thank you very much. My play clone list has gone to 2 Carnies and 2 Termy Sorcerers in response to the new Ork threat. No idea if it's correct. Just felt right. Lost a Predator. Yeah, I mean, we'll get into Orks in a minute. Orks are a joke. I won't lie. I'm going to have a bit of a rant on that one. But yeah, I'm not too sure I'm doing my Plague Storm yet. I think the Plague Storm is still not too bad because the mortars can like kill looters, which is good. Obviously, we're going to need to kill them quite a bit. But man, that list is just stupid. It's just really fucking stupid. But yeah, don't worry, we'll get to that. Now, this +1 toughness aura as well is really good when you look at what it can also buff alongside. So, if you are Plague Bearer, so you're playing like Flyblown Host, for example, toughness 6 Plague Bearers is going to be really, really nice. That's actually pretty good to bring along, and a big T13 piece in that detachment. Because bear in mind, a Great Unclean One can sit fully on an objective, and it is impossible to stand on the objective without being in combat of the Great Unclean One because of the 1 inch around his base, which is really nice. So that's pretty good. Toughness 6 on the Plague Bearers is just a nice little break point. Any strength 3 weapons now need 6s to wound them, which is really good. It also means any of the strength like 10 weapons, which aren't too common, but again, don't get to wound you on 2s. It's neither here nor there. The 6 up feel no pain was probably better for the Plague Bearers, but the +1 toughness is pretty nice on Nurglings. T4 Nurglings is actually pretty annoying to deal with. Now, Nurglings themselves did get a change to their rule. They no longer have an aura of -1 to be hit rolls in close combat. They have lost the aura completely. They still have the rule, but now it only affects units that they are themselves in combat with. So it still doesn't matter if they're swinging at the Nurglings or not. They're still -1 to hit, and it now affects vehicles and monsters, which is pretty cool. But it's no longer an aura, which means it's going to be a lot harder to for people. If you were out there and you were a player that relied on -1 weapon skill, ballistic skill a lot, this impacts you a lot more. I never play -1 weapon skill, ballistic skill unless it's like versus demons. I play -1 save 90% of the time, 99% of the time actually. So I don't really care for this like synergy too much. It was nice when it came up and I got a free -1 to hit, but most of the time I wasn't really doing it. It's it's fine. It's what it is. But you're not going to get that really easy free value out of them. Now, you can heroic with this unit, but obviously it's hard because they can't heroic through buildings because they're swarm, unfortunately. But, they went down in points. If you were just using these for, like I said, roadblocks, stopping scouts, you just want some infiltrators, then the actual fact that they got cheaper and you weren't, like, again, I wasn't using them for that aura. I just used them as infiltrates, stopping scouts for that. It's actually a net bonus for me because they got 5 points cheaper and still do the same job. And if you make them T4, they become even more annoying to kill, which is, pretty nice. They get pretty nice. Yeah, it is nice that basically, if they are in melee, it still, like, affects vehicles now, which is quite funny. Which is quite fun to see, because, like, having a Warlock Stalker hit on 4s is, like, super unreliable, so they're not going to be happy about that. But Beast of Nurgle, these are real interesting. Now, these guys got Scout 6, and if they're near Ground Clean 1, they're going to be Toughness 10. Now, that is a pretty important breakpoint, because T9 to T10 is actually quite important. They are now tougher than a Rhino, with a 5 invulnerable, they fully heal, and they scout 6. So if you're playing an army that wants to get early pressure on, like, we talk about how good things like, we talk about how good things like bloat drone stuff are for forcing trades. Beast and Nurgle with Scout can be super, super annoying. Because this thing, if you fail to commit to kill this thing, it heals to full. You did nothing. Which means you need to commit to kill it. But how much do you dedicate to kill something that, one, has a 5-pin vulnerable, so your AP doesn't matter, it can swing real wildly. It can be T10, it's already T9, so it's got quite high toughness. 7 wounds. If you fail to kill it, you've done nothing. But to kill it, you probably need to overcommit to it. And this thing is 65 points, I think it is. And which is even cheaper than a bloat drone. So if you overcommit to kill this thing, like, you have to bring out a tank, and then you're like, oh, but what if he passes the 5-pin on the last cannon? Okay, I'll bring out 2 tanks in case. And he kills a 65-point Beast and Nurgle. Who the hell cares? Like, you then swing out and kill both tanks. Like, what a trade. So this thing getting scouts early is really nice. Really cool in Flyblown potentially as well. But I mean, the Beast and Nurgle was already good just as like a deep strike thing. You know, that's sort of to do actions. Now having Scout also, like, you know, you got a better skirmish. Like, we have Cultists that can do Scout. They Scout 6, move Scout. But these guys are obviously a lot tougher than Cultists. So if you wanted a unit, and these can move through walls because they're beasts, not swamps. These can move through walls. So if you wanted something just for playing early secondaries and or like forcing people to do bad trades, I'm you know, Beast and Nurgle pretty good right now for 65 points. So again, the glow up for us really was in the demon side at this moment. Plague drones, no real change. Although these going to T9 could be potentially interesting with Great Unclean One, but these guys, we don't really have much need for them. And then obviously the Feculent Narmor, which could technically be T10 if you wanted. Now, so all in all, demons probably got better for us. Like, our demon support probably got better. Also, Horticulus going to T11 as well. Great Unclean One is kind of funny. Which made me laugh. Because, I don't know, T11 Snail just sounds stupid. But yeah, T13 Great Unclean One, T12 Rotigus, the better melee profiles, the ability to put OC to 0. Now, do I think they become auto-include? No, I don't think they become auto-include at all. But I think if you were interested in running one, now is the time to run one. They are better than they've ever been. And I am very interested to try out Rotigus again. I don't think they go in Plague Storm. Plague Storm has a very specific role. Like, you need the shooty firepower. You need the bang bang gun. OC3, what, on the Beast and Nurgle? I believe he is. Where are you, OC? Yeah, OC3. Don't know why. 65 points, 3 OC. Why not? Snaily boy. Yeah, so, like, I think Rotigus doesn't go in Plague Storm. Plague Storm needs the shooting holes and the profiles to fire back. Rotigus kind of doesn't really fit with it. Rotigus, however, with Mortari and Smash Bros, that's interesting. We've seen the T12 skew and you back it with Dashra and you go for like this durability skew. That could be interesting to reinvestigate, so I'll be excited to see that. Again, I just really wish you could go Great Unclean One and Rotigus. Sadly, you can't because you need the battle line tax. That would have been epic to have Mortarian, Rotigus, and a Great Unclean One. So you got 2 toughness 13 guys with a 6 up feel no pain and a 4 up invulnerable. And then you got Mortarian, who's T12 but has a 5 up feel no pain and a 4 up invulnerable and a 2 up save. That would have been so funny. The triple Smash Bros would have been excellent. I'd have been so excited to play that. But it is what it is. But yeah, in general, super excited about the demons. I am looking forward to getting Rotigus out. I need to go buy one. I've been borrowing Will's. So I'm probably going to go buy a Great Unclean One or a Rotigus. Because, I mean, yeah, the Strength 10 as well. Let's not understate this. Like, the 6 up feel no pain is great. But the Strength 10 is actually a big deal. Like, getting a much better, like, consistent damage. Because that's the problem. Great Unclean Ones hit like a wet noodle. Now they got a good strength profile where you can actually smash something. So that's pretty damn good. So quite happy there. Slanesh was bloody massacred, mate. They were taken outside in a shot. Let me check in with the chat real quick. Don't worry, Ryan, you've not been cheating. I mean, you have, but like not intentionally. That's the difference. It's not cheating. You made a mistake. Like we all at the moment when we realised Nurglings can't walk through walls. Don't worry about it, Ryan. Are we going to lose access to Hellbrutes and Defilers? I don't know. I don't know anything. What I would say is, if you haven't bought anything like Predators or Defilers and Hellbrutes, and you don't need them for anything, and I've said this before, you don't need them for anything urgent, you don't need them for an event or something, and you can wait 2 months. Just wait. It's not going to kill you. Now, if you've already bought them, like I got 5 Predators. If it happens, it's not, what can I do? I got 5 Predators, I got Hellbrute, I got everything. If it happens, what can I do about it? It sucks, it is what it is. There's a chance, but I don't know anything, mate. I haven't seen the codex, I don't know anything. All I can say is that if you haven't bought them right now and you don't need them, you don't have to rush it. So yeah, be careful. Is all I would say there. I'm not stirring up fear. It's just, you know, it's just be aware. Like, there is a chance. Thank you very much, Livestream, for the gifted membership. Super appreciate it. Thank you so much again, and congrats to the Dr. Big Mac Man who got that one. So Rotigus is not T13, but the Great Unclean One has an aura of +1 toughness, so he himself is T13, and if he could take him with Rotigus, then they would both be T13, and that would be something I'd really want to see because it'd be real fun. That's pretty cool. That would be pretty damn cool. Smash Bros at T13 would be so funny. Yeah, Karak got removed. I don't know why. That was just weird. But again, I do not have any inkling into the inner workings of GW and how they think about things. It just is what it is. Unfortunately, it sucks, but it happens, mate. Parafoxin, thank you very much for becoming a member for 7 months, mate. I really appreciate that, man. That is also the blessed number, I'm just saying, so excellent work on the blessed number there. A true supporter of Nurgle, well done. Thank you so much, mate. Right, who wants a rant? Who wants a little bit of a rant? Because I saw this Dataslate, and I was kind of happy. I was a bit upset Unari didn't get touched, and I was a little upset the 30 CP nonsense didn't get touched. But overall, we saw nerfs to Vindicators, saw nerfs to Ballista. Okay, cool. You know, they still touched some things like that. You know, there was some good things, like something got toned back. Tactical Brigade got a little bit toned back. A Bridgehead got killed a bit too harsh in my opinion, but you know, fair enough. I guess the problem with Bridgehead was, and the problem that we'd seen is that Bridgehead was overperforming, and it was hard to gauge the rest of the power of the book of Guard when it was overperforming in that one detachment. So it's probably better for the health of that book to nuke the one toxic standout detachment, and then basically see the data for the rest of the army and then work back from there. So very quickly, this is Tactical Brigade. Okay, Tactical Brigade was a very strong shooting army. For Orks, it was very good generic, like good detachment, very strong shooting, almost oppressively strong shooting due to the odd and stuff. So GW went out and did quite a lot of nerfs to Tactical Brigade to sort of tone it back, make it less oppressive on the shooting and things like that. Cool, okay, fair enough. Then they released this damn thing, Mordaka. So very quickly, Anton D. So I will put this. I'll put this to you, Anton, and it's the best way I explain it. Good players will never stand for free within your weapon skill, ballistic skill. It is in your opponent's control to stand in it or not. -1 save is within my control. I use my movement phase to put my opponents inside -1 save, and then I kill them. And -1 weapon skill, ballistic skill. So being -1 weapon skill, ballistic skill makes an opponent deal less damage. But do you know what deals even less damage than an opponent in -1 weapon skill, ballistic skill? A dead opponent. Dead models deal no damage. Therefore, I kill them. Therefore, dead model deal no damage. Therefore, I am more durable. But that is what when I play in a way that is basically like, I am going to get my little scalpel here. I'm going to go, that unit dies this turn. Bye-bye. I am not giving you a chance. You're being hit by infinite AP. I'm using 5 command points again on Boil Blight. I am killing the things I want to kill every turn. Minus weapon skill, ballistic skill, the higher up you get, becomes worse and worse and worse, because your opponents will either play around it, or they have a million rerolls, or like some way to auto hit and things like that. And it's just better for you to focus on your own damage output and take your opponent's battles off the table. Okay, so Mordaka. So the passive detachment rule for this one is basically Ork shooting on all infantry and walkers gets sustained 2. Okay, so I'm not going to repeat what everyone said. This is effectively +2 to hit. So here's the thing. Ork guns are not bad. Ork guns are actually pretty damn good. Ork guns are actually quite often overstatted. They are much better than the equivalent that they should be. But the reason this is because they can't hit shit. They hit on 5s and 6s in shooting. So that means when they did hit, it would hit quite damn hard. But the whole point of it was they didn't hit often. Now you tape sustained hits 2 to every single gun they've got, and guess what? They're now shooting at the equivalent of a ballistic skill 3. And if they get any +1 to hit or any rerolls, they're custody shooting with the same goddamn profile. So all the work you did to get the crazy wacky weapon profile and make it actually balanced by making it hit bad, you've now undone, you dumbasses. So now we have an insane, and it's also boring. It's mega boring. It's just a sustain 2. Like, there are armies in the end. Tau, Cowion have an ability where, in the turns, battle round 3 to 5, they get sustained hits 2 on their guns if they are guided. So, you have to wait till turn 3, minimum. Then you also have to have another unit guiding you to get your bonus. And it's still a pretty good bonus. Here, no downsides. Just take it. Just go. Sustain 2, straight from the get-go. All game. Everyone. Fuck it. Stupid. Not only that, that should just be where it ended for 1. But no, we got to keep going, haven't we? So while Waaagh is active, all of your guns get assault, so you can advance and shoot everything. Because again, now you have speed plus your insane firepower. Why not? Take it. It's free. There's literally no downsides. Cool. Ugh, drives me mad. So the enhancements are generally all right. Don't really care about them. I hate these fucking strats so much. Okay. I hate this kind of stratagem. Orks is still Orks. Basically, give something 4 rolls to wound. So this up here says basically your shooting unit's now really good. But you're still Orcs, so we're going to make sure your melee's still really good. So we're going to give you a basically full rerolls to wound if anything's on an objective marker. This game is starting to slowly lose control of the amount of rerolls in it. I am tired of it because, again, and I've said this before, toughness as a stat needs to be preserved in its value. And every time we put +1 to wound and reroll wounds in the game, toughness's value is degraded, because it doesn't matter how tough you are when everything is rerolling wounds or +1 to wound, or worst case scenario, both of the goddamn things, it's +1 and reroll all wounds. It drives me mad. And as an army, especially for Death Guard, as specials who are pointed and built, and our entire faction is based around the fact that our toughness is higher than the average stat, to see these constant stratagems coming in with +1 to wound, rerolls, and then even access to both, why even bother giving me T5 or T13? It means nothing. I die the same as everyone else. And when we get to the point where durability doesn't matter in the game because everything's so lethal, it just kills everything, the only thing that matters is even more killing power, because you can't survive anything that shoots at you, so the only thing you can really do is focus on killing what's killing you even back. Like, so that already annoys me, okay. Then we've got, I'm going to come back to get stuck in, lads. Long gun controlled burst. It's Boil Blight, but way better. So, select one enemy unit that's within 18 of an Ork character model. Until the end of the phase, your entire army has ignores cover. So ours gives heavy, yes, but heavy very rarely comes into use. Theirs has to be from a character, but guess what? I can get a character within 18 of anything quite easily. That's fine. I can shove an icon bearer. I have to put an icon bearer out for a 12-inch aura. 18 is insane. Also, doesn't need line of sight. How does this make any sense? I don't know. Boil Blight has a low reason that the contagion makes giant boils grow on the people, which then glow and give them away their position so that our army can shoot them. This is just an Ork. He's behind a wall that can't see his target, and he's like, they're that way, boys, I guess. And then for some reason, it all gets to ignore cover. Why? Why at 18 inches as well? So once again, we have another thing that, like, Snickrot can uppy downy every turn, dropping 18 away from unity to kill and go, yeah, ignore cover my entire army and kill that thing. Why? Reasons. It's not the most egregious thing I've seen, but again, just at least make it at least have to be visible or way closer than 18. 18 is really big to play around with. So yeah, that's a thing. Then, I'm going to come back to this, so I'm going to come back to get stuck in. This is fucking bullshit. Huge show-offs. Again, why does Ork strat here just get to be better than every other strat. So, one command point, pick an Ork Waaagh unit. So you get to increase the move, leadership, OC, and add 1 to hit rolls for 1 command point. People would pay 1 command point for +1 to hit. But for some reason, we're also just going to tape onto it, move, leadership, and OC. Why? Why? Like 2 of them things would have been enough. Like +1 to your OC, +1 to hit, +1 to move, +1 to hit. No, have 4 stats. Have 4 stats for 3. Just take it. Just go. Sure. Alright. Call at Daka, 1 CP, shoot back at someone that just shot you. Again, we have stuff like Votann. And again, this is what I don't get. I hate when armies have identical things that are just priced differently. And the worst bit is, so Votann have the same strat. Shoot back after a unit shot you. But here's the thing. Votann is 2 command points. And they have to have a judgment token on them. So there is 2. It's more expensive and there is a hoop. But these guys just get to do it for 1 CP because you shot a pistol at them. Okay, sure thing. Thank God, the only thing they thought about was that this can't get sustained because sustained's only in your own shooting phase. Thank Christ. So it don't get sustained too. Special shells. This I'm fine with. This is genuinely a fine stratagem. Like, if something's within 18, it's the closest target, get +1 AP. Nothing wrong with that strat. Get stuck in, lads, is the stupidest strat I've ever seen. This is genuinely fucking dumb. So the Waaagh is very powerful for Orks. The reason it is so powerful is that the Waaagh isn't just the Waaagh. The Waaagh is many things. Lots of units have things that interact with the Waaagh. The Waaagh also gives stuff Feel No Pain, and it activates abilities. So what this means is, for 1 command point, you pick an Ork unit and basically give it Waaagh. Now, this means not only does everything get assault up here, which is probably all they thought about, but it's all the ridiculous things you can do with this. So for 1 command point, on turn 1, you can have the unit of 20 Gretchen with Snagrot, whatever he's called, and he now gets to move his Gretchen 12 inches, and he gets to Scout 9. So they Scout 9, Ork goes first, Ork Scout 9, with 20 Gretchen strung out. He puts them into command phase, he gives them the Waaagh. So he saved his Waaagh for his arm, he just Waaghs that. Then, those Gretchen now get 12 moves, so they move 12. So they move 21 now, they can still charge, bear in mind. And they have 5 up invulnerable because of the Waaagh, and then -1 to be wounded. That is the most... That's what I meant, Zogrod, yes, sorry. This is the most annoying screen in the goddamn world. So I'm basically going to have to bring you to Nurglings now to stop this thing. But even if I do, they're still going to have a 12-inch move and a charge. That is stupid. Like, real fucking stupid. And they can advance and charge because of Waaagh. So they can also move an extra D6 on top of that. So it's going to be very hard to stop. Like, Plague Storm's going to get jailed instantly. So that's not good. But then we've also got other things. So you've brought Ghazghkull. Cool. So Ghazghkull can sit inside your entire army of looters and then give them an aura of lethal hits now because Makari's banner because he's in the Waaagh. Oh, you need to hold this objective that turn. Cool. The Mega Knobs are going to get a 5-up Feel No Pain this turn because I can just give it to them whenever they damn want it. It's not just putting something in Waaagh. It is the equivalent of saying 1 command point, pick a unit. So we have 1 command point strats in the game that say, pick a unit, it gains assault on all its weapons. This is 1 command point, pick a unit. It gains assault on all of its guns. It also gets a 5+ invulnerable. It can also advance and charge. It also gets +1 strength, I think it is, on the charge. I can't remember if it's +1 attack as well for Waaagh. And it also gets to activate any of its Waaagh abilities that it has access to. That's overtuned. That is stupid. And the worst bit is, because all these buffs are so crazy and it makes Orks shoot so hard, when you actually do the maths on it, like, full squads of looters, full squads of, like, all the shooting propulsion needs, shock attack guns, tank busters, all this kind of thing, can all come in. You can take 3 of every unit at max and still be under 1,000 points, which means there's still 1,000 points of bullshit that you get to deal with. Yep, crit 5 lethals from Ghazghkull. Like, this thing shoots so damn hard. Like, oh my god, Tau get laughed at by this. It is a joke. Like, looters get full rerolls to hit if you're on an objective. And they're going to fire with full rerolls to hit with crits giving you sustain 2. And potentially lethals from old Gazzy here. And again, this is with Ork weapon profiles, which are crazy. The Death Gun from looters is supposed to be like a heavy bolter equivalent, but there's his strength 8. His strength 8. because again, Ork gun is supposed to not hit very often, but when it hits hard. Shock attack guns, for example, shock attack guns are freaking ridiculous in this attachment. They shoot way too hard. This, if you've played against this, you'll know. Like, wait until you play against it. Yeah, Star Shatter looks like nothing compared to this, because here's the thing. Star Shatter was egregious, but a Doomsday Axe is a Doomsday. Doomsday Axe is 190 points. It's a single model, and it can be killed. 100 points for 10 looters, which will kill anything. Literally anything that's even dares stand on an objective. Like, come on, guys. Like, how do we go through the balanced data slates and then this gets through? And, like, again, the worst bit is you don't even need to, like, think. You just get everything. It's just, here's sustain 2 on everything. Why? Reasons. Because reasons. Why not? And, like, and this is the thing. They think it's okay because, haha, it's Orks. When Orks roll 6s, Ork funny. Ork haha. And nobody get angry when Ork roll good. But, dude, have we all just forgotten that? Basically, this has happened before. Orks, when they are good at shooting, have a historic precedence of being oppressive as fuck. I lived through buggy meta, I lived through fucking Dakajek meta, and it was shit. There was no fun in having a game where the opponent went, oh, I got first turn, I'm going to speed war, and now I'm on top of you turn 1, and I've tabled you turn 1. What a great game design. Oh, brilliant. And every time they do it, oh, it's okay for an army to not be great at shooting. And Orks weren't even bad at shooting. Because again, they had good profiles just with shit ballistic skill, but they could still shoot things to death. You've been shot by flash kits before, it hurts. But now, we're just going to take the thing that they weren't great at, make them better than like Custodes at it, and they're still Orks. They still punch you in melee real hard. And again, it's less than 1,000 points. 3 squads of looters, you don't take characters, 300 points. And they will kill anything they look at. You still have 1,700 points to go and put melee Orks in there, and they still have access to a full rerolls to wound stratagem. Again, if this was a trade-off where you basically give up all your melee output to make yourself pretty good at shooting, fair enough, but you still get a full wound rerolls combat phase stratagem. Why? This was the most disappointing. Yeah, sorry, Morton. Sorry. I will end this soon. But yeah, this was the biggest disappointment. And the problem is they're going to be everywhere. They're going to be absolutely everywhere. Especially, I already know a lot of the top players are like going and picking up Ork armies, and we're going to see this until it gets nerfed. This is going to be pretty goddamn dominant. So we're going to have to basically, we're going to have an episode probably on Tuesday where we get Dave, myself, and Will, and we're going to be talking about how to beat this, because, or at least how to try and tech for it, because right now, if you put out any unit in front of this, it's dead. Doesn't matter what it is. It's dying. Jake's running this now, and he's at my... Yeah, mate. Everyone that can run it's going to run it. It's so daft. It is... Oh, Strong Boy, thank you so much for 10 gifted memberships there, mate. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, man. You're a legend. Thank you. I hope you're enjoying the little rant. But I mean... Let's try and pull it back more positive, because I don't want to be, I don't want to be all negative. We don't try and do that. This will get addressed. That's the one thing. It will get fixed. It will. It is. All things are getting fixed. It's a shame it came out because it kind of tainted the data slate. But because the thing is, the Custodes one and the Tower one isn't that bad. But this one just, I don't get how it snuck through the gaps. But it will get fixed as everything. Exactly, Chuck. That's the thing we've got to figure out, isn't it? I mean, PBCs are still pretty good, but it depends if they all start bringing trucks. PBCs don't matter, because then you've got to mortar the trucks to death, and by the time you mortar the trucks to death, they're going to be on the line where they want to be staged, and they're going to declare a war, and they're going to move advance and shoot and kill you. It really depends what the Orcs are going to build. If trucks are still staples, we're in trouble. But here's the good thing. Orcs still Orcs. You can probably kill them with quite a lot of things. So, like... You just have to try and... The problem is you're not going to be able to duel them efficiently. MSU could be a way to go, because you're just losing a little bit as possible. But now we say that, Digadenton. But the thing is, they did fix Star Shatter within like 2 weeks. Outside it. If it's really, really as bad as we're all saying and we all think it's going to be, they will address it earlier. I don't think Flyblown works here, Chris, unfortunately. -1 to hit sounds good, but again, this is a detachment that's just going to rely on its 6s to hit. So sustain 2 negates stealth pretty damn hard. Now, if you can get on top of them quickly, potentially, but I don't think anything in our book survives. Like, I would not confidently put Mortarion onto an objective with a unit of looters looking at him. Yes, Bobby, yes. The fact of putting in new and non-playtest detachments when they release a balanced, let's say, is really an oxymoron. It 100% is. And we've just come out of Grotma, so there's already a lot of new detachments, a lot of balancing that still needs to be done. So to have this then show up at the same time, just as the meta just have its big problems fixed, like you just took out the Bridgehead, you just took out Legion of Excess. Okay, you didn't take out Yunari, you didn't really touch Gilliman that much, but still fair. Okay, some things have gone, but now we just replaced it with a new big bad boy. But hey, it will get fixed, it will get done, and again, I don't really care that much at the moment, I'll be honest with you. I'm in the Codex waiting room, we're all out. Like, 2 to 3 months, we could be the new big bad, and then I can't say shit. So, you know, for us right now, I'm super excited for the Chaos Demon changes to Nurgle's demons. I'm going to go get a Rotigus, I'm going to put him on the table and see how he does. But in overall, outside of the Orks, it is a win for us. Eldar are going to lose a unit here or there. Bridgehead is just gonzo, pretty much, which is nice. Legions of Slaanesh are gone. So that's pretty damn good there. And Ultramarines might not bring as many Vindicators and as much Ballistas, which is obviously good for us because those things are painful. And if they do bring those, they lose a unit here or there. And we only really lose a unit if you're playing like Plaguestone and spamming triple Predator. But even then, it's only 30 points. So it's not even like it's game over. You got to lose an entire unit there. There's probably workarounds. So do not fret. I think we're still in a really good position. We're in a really strong position. And I think that going forward, Death Guard will continue to be pretty damn good. I think we're still going to be like A tier. We're not going to push probably into S tier, but I mean, our codex is coming. The fact that we got any changes at all, right now, if I was to give anyone playing Death Guard advice, keep playing it, keep having fun. But like right now, if you ever been interested in Nurgle Demons, like ever, go pick some up. Right now, they're going to be fun. Like, I'm messing around with it. Why not? Because who cares? We're getting a new codex in like 2 months' time or something. So who cares? Like, it's going to be fun. But Plaguestorm still works. I'm just going to have to figure out, and we'll do a stream on that. We'll basically try and figure out the new Plaguestorm list. It'll still be fine. It'll still work. But part of that, no major changes to us. Just the big threats in the meta got weaker. So in all essence, we probably actually got a little bit better. Par the oncoming Green Tide. So, you know, yeah, Chuck, that'd be great. That would be so much better. If the Waaagh only was the Sustain 2, you could just try and prepare for it. Or if it was at least just Sustain 1, that'd be so much better. Sus 2 is just too much. It is just too much. It's just too much. Tom Bolton, thank you very much for the £2 super chat. Love the rant. Keep going. I'm going to end it there, though, mate. Thank you, though. But I think for now, I'm probably going to call it there for the stream, guys. So it's a good spot for us at the moment. I think we are in a good spot. There's going to be a... myself, Dave, and Will are going to be on at Tuesday. We're going to be talking about things now as a group, which would be quite nice as well. Yeah, I know, Charlie. It's really daft to see Orks being like better shooting than most armies in the game. It just, look, certain armies just shouldn't be able to do certain things. I would dread if we got up down detachment because it's not Death Guard. Death Guard should not be fast. That is the way it goes. And if they give us a fast detachment, imagine if we got a detachment that was faster than Eldar. Imagine how that would feel. Everyone would be kicking off. But for some reason, they're like, oh, but it's Orks. Everyone loves the Orks. No, like, not really. Like, Orks are kind of fun. But when they're just stupid, it's just like any army that's stupid. It's just not fun to play against. But I digress. We will wrap up there for now. So, yeah, tune in for some stuff going forward. Again, there's not going to be too many videos. We're going to be live streaming until we get a codex because videos is kind of hard to make at the moment just because, again, so much is going to change. We might talk about deployment and sort of like the fundamentals of trading and scoring units, but really we are in a bit of a codex waiting room at the moment. So yeah, so thank you so much for tuning in, everyone, tonight. Thank you very much for the gift box, Sam. Hopefully there is many toys inside there. And again, for our members and people who just got gifted memberships and whatnot, get in the Discord. I'm going to go and put up the giveaways as soon as the stream ends. So you get yourselves involved in the Warhammer gift voucher and the Codex giveaway. And yeah, best of luck to anyone who does enter that. But for now, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in tonight, guys. It's good to be back. It's good to see you all as well. And thank you for the support tonight. 145 viewers as well. Pretty damn epic. Thank you so much. I will leave you all with some tunes for now. But thank you once again. I am happy to be back. And yeah, for now, let's ride this little last bit out. Let's get that goddamn codex, because I'm so excited for that. I am so ready for that. So for now, everyone, take care, stay rotten. I will catch you all on the next episode. See you later, guys. Bye for now.
In the void, where the warm winds howl, a fleet once noble, now destined to fall. Great warden stir, betrayal takes shape, typhoons whispers, sealing their fate.
So, turns out, when Dave took over the streams, he left a certain song playing, and that just played over another song. I apologize for this, and I will have strict words with Death God Dave. He will be beaten, maimed, and shamed in the Garden of Nurgle. Until next time, I apologize. Please enjoy the new, fixed audio. Goodbye.
In the void, where the warm winds howl, a fleet once noble, now destined to fall. Great warden stir, betrayal takes shape, typhoons whispers, sealing their fate. Navigators lost to the shadowed lie, a fleet adrift beneath a darkened sky. The warp's cruel grasp, unyielding and tight, chaos awaits in the endless night. Whispers of power, a pestilent tide, Mortarian's pride, with nowhere to hide. The destroyer plague, a grim reward, Nurgle's laughter echoes aboard. Bound by decay, they rise in his name. The death god transformed, never the same. Plague-born sons with torment they bled, shambling forth where angels fear to tread. Mortarian stands, his sons by his side. Through agony storm, their oaths collide. Grandfather's hand, the pact is sealed. The legion reborn, their fate revealed. Lies in the armor, rot in the soul. A Primarch remade, his heart grown cold. In terror shadow, their war drums beat. Pestilent warriors, no chance of retreat. Through breach and ruin, their banners fly. With death's embrace, they'll never die. The Lion's Gate, where hope was torn. Jagged-sized blade meets the Plague-born. Bound by decay, they rise in his name. The death god transformed, Eternal servants where corruption lies. Mortarians fall, Typhus ascends, the death guard song. It never ends.